Over to you.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Committee, for hearing me today. I'm basically here to request time for a debate on the potential impacts of the government's proposed immigration reforms on humanitarian visa routes, specifically, from my perspective, those from British national overseas visa holders from Hong Kong who have made the UK their home in light of the repression that Hong Kong continues to experience. And I was actually at a protest today relative to the embassy. Since the publication of the Immigration White Paper on the 12th of May, which proposes extending the settlement period from 5 to 10 years, there has been no decision yet on whether this change would apply to humanitarian visa holders. These routes were created not for economic migration, but in response to war, repression, and moral obligation. And I think there's a debate that's therefore required about how the government treats these particular routes. I think there's a risk that we undermine our commitments to international law, including those stemming from the Sino-British Declaration, and our credibility as a country that defends human rights. The BNO visa scheme in particular stems from our historic responsibilities under the previous joint declaration, and they'd also be affected in ways that others are not, with their children not being able to go to university until the age of 27, and pensioners being left for a decade without pension payments. These are things that I think need to be discussed as a House, especially given the previous government's support for Hong Kongers. There are a remarkable number of Hong Kongers in the UK, and I am very keen that we have a discussion. That said, there are also worrying implications for our other humanitarian visa routes, and my debate is therefore broader than just Hong Kongers and would allow for discussion on the potential impact on others. My request has the support of 27 members from across the House, Labour, Conservative, Liberal Democrat and Green, and will provide a vital opportunity for MPs to raise the concerns of our constituents and ensure that reforms to immigration policy do not come at the expense of the people that these schemes were designed to protect. And I therefore hope that the committee will consider granting time for this debate.
Any questions? It seems to be a very heavily subscribed debate. I hope you've explained to your supporters that they'll get about 2 minutes each in the 90-minute debate.
Yes, and I'm sure there will be many more that would want to join as well, because I think the Hong Konger community is dispersed across the country. So there was a very good response to this, and I think it will be a very timely debate given the ongoing discussions around the Immigration White Paper. But yes, we will make sure that contributions are short.